Assalamualaikum to Madam Cikalila and also to my fellow friends. Today I want to make a video presentation that was titled Selection and Recruitment. Introducing, my name is Nur Hayati and this is my friend Nur Shamimi, Nur Adriana and also Ashura. Okay, let's go. Is recruitment. Recruitment is a process that involves everything in identifying, attracting, screening, shortlisting, interviewing, selecting, hiring employees. The purpose of recruitment is to find the right fit for the right job at the right time. It is a step-by-step approach to bringing in talented people who can help and work in the organization. Next step is requirement process. First, requirement planning. Write a complete job specification outlining major and minor responsibilities, required skill, experience, qualification, salary level or start date, whether permanent, temporary worker or other related position to be filled. Next stage is strategy development. It's appropriate strategy whether to prepare the required candidate themselves or to require them externally. It can be considered method used, geographic areas for sourcing candidate or other sequence activity to require candidate into the company. Third stage is candidate search. It's involved by attracting the job seeker into the organization. It can be either two sources, whether internal sources such as former employee, previous applicant, or external sources from advertisement or employee agency. Fourth stage is screening. The job specification is very valuable for this selection. Applications are reviewed based on the qualification, knowledge, skill, abilities, and other listed in the job. Those who are not applicable may be eliminated. Preliminary application, screening tests, and selection interviews are common techniques used to select candidates. Lastly, by evaluating and monitoring, it gives the considerable cost of requirement process, such as salary required, advertisement cost, or it can be either expenses, time spent by management. It is necessary and effective to evaluate whether requirement methods are appropriate and valid.
Now I will discuss about benefit and limitation of internal and external recruitment. I will start with internal recruitment. Alright, the first benefit of internal recruitment is saving money and time. One of the most notable advantages of this recruitment process is the lower cost. By promoting your pre-existing employees, you save all the money and time attached to searching, interviewing, and selecting suitable new candidates. Next is better fit to the organizational culture. One of the crucial aspects when hiring new employees is to see if they are a good fit for the organizational culture. However, when you promote employees from your company, they will be familiar with the culture and work environment. This makes them better equipped for an easier and smoother transition for their new positions. The last benefit is increased level of motivation. If you adopt a policy of promoting your employees based on their performance, many of them will be eager to work hard with the promotion. This will increase the level of motivation among your employees as they realize the space of career development within the organization. All in all, you will have highly motivated employees who are constantly improving their performance and more likely to stay longer in the organization. Right now, let me tell you about the limitation. First, limited recruiting options. Why? Because promoting from within only considers your current employees. This will minimize the pool of applicants from which you can select a suitable employee, limiting your hiring options. As a result, you will face a difficulty in finding the right applicant for the needed positions. The last one is resentment and demotivation for unpromoted employees. Yes, promoting your employees improves their motivational levels, but still this only affects the promoted employees. Those who see themselves worthy of promotion but were not favorable will get demotivated, and this could lead to undesired group dynamics and an unsettling work environment that encourage jealousy and unhealthy competition among workers. Right now, external recruitment. First, new motivation ideas. Why? As people stay longer in an organization, they begin adapting to each others' ideas, whereas this is very good for group dynamics, as they tend to have fewer disputes and disagreements. It becomes difficult for such an echo chamber to generate unique ideas. Therefore, external recruitment gives you access to a new fresh minds that will bring about motivate ideas from outside the organization, and this will freshen up your business in today's competitive environment. Second is more options for recruitment. As discussed earlier, one of the main disadvantages of the internal recruitment process is the limited number of candidates to new positions. External hiring, on the other hand, overcomes this issue as it introduces managers to a wider pool of applicants with a variety of skills from which they can choose. With exposure to many candidates, you can easily compare and select the best fit for the needed position. Alright, now let me explain about limitation of external recruitment. The first one is higher cost. Why? The external recruitment process involves a series of procedures to ensure the right selection of candidates. Often, this process consists of three main steps, which are searching, evaluating, and selecting. All of the steps require allocating a significant amount of the company's resources, money, and time. The last limitation is risk of bad hiring decisions. As a recruiter, you will have to come up with the right recruitment process that ensures fairness and objectivity in evaluating every applicant. However, designing a 100% bias-free recruitment strategy is almost impossible. Hence, you will always be in danger of making bad hiring decisions.
What is selection? Selection is a process of picking individuals who have relevant qualifications to fill a job into the organization. Okay, now we go through a selection process. First is by a preliminary interview, also called as screening interview. It is where candidates are eliminated from the further selection process who do not meet the minimum eligibility criteria as required by the company. The candidates are checked for their academic qualification, skill sets, family background, and their interest in working with the company. Second stage is receiving the application. It required to fulfill in the application contains the candidate data such as age, qualification, experience, and also the others. It helps the interview to get the idea and formulate questions to get information from the candidate. Third stage is screening application. Once the application received, it will be screened by screening committee. They will prepare lists for those they might find suit for the interview. The criteria such as age, qualification, experience might be taken. Once it has been chosen, the candidate will be contacted by the interviewer either through a call or email. Fourth stage is employment test. Several tests will be conducted in order to check mental ability and skill for the candidate. For example, intelligence test, interest test, or the psychological test. It is to ensure the suitability candidate for the job. Next, employment interview. It is a session between interviewer and the candidate. The interviewer will ask a few questions like introduction, a job to candidate, and candidate might be briefing about the organization about the job that they will perform to ensure candidate understand the job, and also to check about the candidate skill, especially in their communication and also their confidence level. The next stage is checking a reference. The firm will check the reference from the candidate to check their previous education and also their previous work. It is to ensure how good their behavior and also his potential learning new jobs. Last stage is medical examination. The candidate might be check their physical and mental fitness. In some cases, the organization will conduct the medical examination at very beginning of the selection, and some might take a medical examination anyway in process due to the stage is not rigid. It is to ensure the applicant physical ability to fulfill the job requirements.
Okay, next. The recruitment and selection is a major function of human resource department, and recruitment process is the first step towards creating the competitive strength as well as the strategic benefits for corporations in terms of recruitment. So, effective recruiting and selection process will help to increase the success rate of selection process, which is meant by decreasing the number of visibly underqualified or overqualified job applicants. This is because hiring the right workers will ensure that you hire the proper workers the majority of the time. Besides, when employees know how to execute their job best, they can do with fewer people, and your organizational structure provides for more freedom. With that, organization can achieve their objectives and goals easily. Furthermore, the recruitment and selection process in an organization is important in order to attract an effective and talented workforce. This is important because it will ultimately determine the success of the business and will affect the whole organization operation. Thus, one of the most valuable assets in an organization is the employees. As we know, recruitment is the process which links the employers with the employees. It determines present and future requirements of the organization in conjunction with its personnel planning and job analysis activities. It also helps to reduce the probability that job applicants, once recruited and selected, will leave the organization after a short period of time. Other than that, effective recruiting and selection process will lead to better company results.
Recruitment and selection play a crucial important role in shaping an organization's effectiveness and performance. If organizations are able to acquire workers who already possess relevant knowledge, skills and aptitudes, and able to make an accurate prediction regarding their future abilities, it is possible to avoid issues by properly recruiting and choosing employees. For instance, those associated with high staff turnover, poor performance, and dissatisfied customers, and establish a mutually beneficial teamwork indicated by strong dedication on both sides. Consequently, one of the primary reasons employees are critical to an organization's success is their ability to influence consumers. Customers are inclined to respect the views and opinions of the personnel above anything else, regardless of what sort of business it is. As a result, if the organizations have lots of satisfied staff, the customers are likely to develop a positive view of the company overall. According to Pilbeam and Corbridge in 2006, in their study, they revealed that the recruitment and selection of employees is fundamental to the functioning of an organization, and there are compelling reasons for getting it right. Since inappropriate selection decisions reduce organizational effectiveness, invalidate reward and development strategies are frequently unfair on the individual recruit. Above all, it can be distressing for managers who have to deal with unsuitable employees. To sum up, recruiting and selection is very important for the survival of every organization, but that does not end there. New recruits need to be developed and appraised from time to time in order for them to be aware with new trends and challenges. Alternatively, in future, they will drive revenue by reducing costs while boosting sales and profit.
In conclusion, the recruitment and selection is important in order to identify candidates and hiring them to fill the position. The better the recruitment and selection, the better they are to hire and retain a satisfied employees, which resulting the productivity and also the organization performance. Bye. See you later. Assalamualaikum.